Check, check, check. Can anyone hear me? Check, check, check. Starting in 2 minutes. Someone said they heard Boone. I didn't realize I had the mic on, Tasha. Did somebody hear the dog bark? Did he just bark? Boone, where are you? Boone had some of Jen Murphy's Canadian dog treats today. Really apologize about last hour. I feel like I let you guys down. Diane, what happened? I missed you earlier. Are you all right? We're at 23 viewers. You know, we're going to start this thing right up. You guys want to start this thing right up? I got some new stingers. Let's play a stinger. Stinger is a short song or sort of jam that gets things going. So let's see. I don't know if I have this all set up here. Let's see if I can figure this out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's happening? Welcome to Bachelor Livestream. That's a good stinger. That's a good stinger. You guys like that? Well, I feel bad for Tasha. She can't hear the music, so she just hears me in the other room. So, yeah, guys, I'm an hour late. Here's what happened. I do apologize. I set these times up fully intending to be here on time for you guys. What happened, if you guys saw my Instagram stories or the comments, is I live in a neighborhood that, you know, it's a major metropolitan city. It's one of the biggest cities in the world, right? And, you know, it's tough times, and people are stealing car batteries to cook meth. They're getting $10 to recycle these things, and it's been the third time since living here that my car battery has been stolen. You get into your car, you try to turn the key on, it doesn't work, and you look out at the hood, and you see that the hood's popped open a little bit, and you go, you guys got me. You stole it. You got me. So when that happened, Tasha and I were going to go check out an apartment that we're looking to move to. And we were going to drive separately because she had to go to work. And I said, you know what? Obviously, I'm going to drive with you. And then instead of dropping me off after, it was my choice to say, hey, let me go with you. I don't really feel like going home. I didn't really feel like going home after my car battery stolen, you know? I was like, let's get a Starbucks and just ride this one out. So then I was in Tasha's car as she was at her job. And, you know, she doesn't work like a 9 to 5. She works for different fashion clients. So, you know, she'll work 1 or 3 hours or 4 hours, depending on the client, and sometimes stay later. And she had to stay later. And I was going to consider live streaming from the car, but, you know, buffering issues, it would have been a mess. So I'm back at the home studio, and let's start this thing off right and check. Leah, and then thank you so much, Leah, our friend from Michigan who likes to hide in the closet and avoid her children. By the way, Leah, cutest family. Can I show your card? I won't show it. I don't know where it is. I got a whole nice thing of cards. Some of you guys sent me cards. Leah, Oz, a few others. So, but by the way, look at my shirt. It's not really working on this green screen. Let me see if I can fix this. Does it look like you can see through my shirt? Maybe it's too close of a green color. I think if I do this, hold on a second, folks. I think I can switch this here. Now I'm going to go a little too far so you can see. It's at 143. Now if I win that far, that's too far. You don't want that. That's too far. But then in the other direction, that's pretty good over there. But now you start to see the bleed through of the green. So I think I need to be like somewhere. How's that? It's pretty good. I think that's good. Nobody cares about this. I'm just learning all this technology over here. Hello, N. Turner. What's everyone up to? Oz said, I saw you. Sorry, bro. Koreatown is not the safest place. Please move. I'm trying. The thing is, it's like, it's not the safe. If you walked by our area in the day, you'd say, oh, it's a nice area. But it's just close to dangerous things. And that's the problem, is that it's near other areas that just aren't good. So, yeah. Miss Liz, how are you? What do people do to prevent their car battery from being stolen? What if there was a device that shocks whoever touches the car? Miss Liz, I've thought of everything from how welding a car battery in place. I feel like a broken record sharing this story, but what happened after the first car battery was stolen is I got a second car battery, but I was understanding that once they steal your car battery, if they come back a month later, they know you've bought a new car battery. So chances are they can just steal it in the same method as the first time. So for the second car battery, I bought a bike lock, a bike lock with a key. And I wrapped it around a few different metal pipes because I have an older car. The battery kind of just sits there. There isn't like a crate around the battery, because that's just how they made them. No one was stealing car batteries back in the day. Back in the day in 2004. So I got a bike lock and I wrapped it around in a way that would discourage somebody from stealing it, but also if they really wanted to, they could like pry it out of the way. And sure enough, over the summer, the second time my car battery was stolen, I noticed they stole my car battery. They stole it. They stole my toolbox. Nice little toolbox, cool little tools. They stole my new skateboard. 2020, this is back in 2020. I was like, I'm gonna try some new things. I'm gonna try to skateboard. No one learns skateboarding in their 30s, but I was like, why not? It's a product of time spent on the board. You can teach an old dog new tricks. So I started learning skateboarding. I was getting okay at it. I hadn't fallen, hit the ground. I've tumbled off it, but I was getting pretty okay at my skateboard. That was stolen. And then they took a few other things. So the key to the bike lock was in the toolbox that was also stolen. So now I've got a bike lock and 0 car battery. So the third car battery. So I bought the third car battery when that last one was stolen. And I don't know, car batteries are going up in price. I don't know if it's just Los Angeles. So like $140 for a car battery. So I got the third car battery. And my thought was, I'll buy a tracking device. Now, of course, we know from Colton Underwood that the going rate for a tracking device is around $100 to $150. But what I found out was a tracking device is like that big. A tracking device is kind of thick and it runs on a charge. So it has to be able to ping its location. So if you steal a car battery, there really isn't anywhere you can put a tracking device unless you duct tape it to the battery and hope that no one looks for it in their haste of stealing it. So my thought was I could at least find out where they're going. But of course, that's also pretty dangerous because I'm pretty sure if I called the LAPD and said, I know exactly where my car battery is, you need to go arrest them, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, we've got 100,000 homeless. Can you go, somewhere where the sun don't shine? So anyway, I didn't buy the tracker because, whatever. But now that my car battery has been stolen 3 times, I'm slightly dejected, knowing full well I am healthy and I have a lot of positive things in my life. But I will take the rest of the day to feel slightly upset about it. But that was the little butterfly effect that flapped its wings around my day. Now, things are going to be fine. Enough about me. But you know what's funny is I was in Tasha's car getting work done, and I bought the little charger that connects my computer to the cigarette lighter. And if you guys watch Vlogmas, I got a lot of bad luck, guys. If you guys watched my Vlogmas episode, the last time I tried to pull this stunt where I'll get some work done while Tasha's at a job for an hour, like if we're, the last time I did that, I accidentally drained Tasha's car battery. And then I had to get a stranger to jump it for me, a very good Samaritan. It was a good Samaritan. It was a great Samaritan. It was the best of Samaritans. You've never seen a Samaritan as good as this guy. It was the best. So I had to get this guy, and he was super nice, and he jumped the car. Jumped the car. Anyway, so not the best of luck, but things are good otherwise. And I did the math in the 3 years that I've had these car batteries being stolen. It only averages about $15 a month. And my car is a very affordable car. I paid cash. So when it gets vandalized, I've had 3 different handles ripped off. I kind of decided at some point I'm going to stop replacing things and just drive this car as long as I can. Miss Liz says, how much would it cost to paint your car a new color? So maybe it will confuse them. That's so funny. Here's the thing: is they've broken in 3 different ways, so I can't assume it's the same thieves. That's the problem. And I have an older Toyota, and I'll say this: I'm grateful. Sound like a victim. I'm grateful they haven't stolen like my catalytic converter. There are people that live in LA who've had their catalytic converters stolen and other things in their car. There's way more valuable things that can be stolen. How funny, statistically, there has to be at least one person who has never watched my live streams before, and they just came for Bachelor recaps, and they're like, are we in an automotive club? What is this? Hello, welcome. If there's anybody new, please introduce yourself to the class. We have a very kind group. Some of us are hiding in closets from our children and our husbands. Some of us, it looks like, is Rachel in Kansas City? Yeah, we got some. Weekend Lonnie is here. What up, Weekend Lonnie? Listen, Lonnie, and I know I commented, but I do want to address this because a few people, I don't think, quite understood what I was saying in my last video. So I made a video earlier today. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, that's not it. This is a preview. I don't think I can play this because it'll probably get me kicked off. But I made a video. Let's see if I can find it over here. Earlier today about Matt James and is he possibly Republican? Could you believe it? He might be Republican. Hold on over here. See, if you guys look over here, I'm showing you guys a little behind the scenes. If you look over here, this green thing means I'm monetized, which is very good. But on a lot of my older videos, I kept on tripping this, and I had to learn not to swear. Apparently, they can hear if you swear, so I try not to do that. So I made a video. The thumbnail says, "Do we care?" And of course, it was the video was about a report that Matt James might be a secret Republican. Now, don't need to get into that video. You can watch it after, or you probably already have watched it because you guys are the loyal crew. But I did say something about the fact that there was, some photos released by, I believe her name's Rachel, that shows she liked. You don't need to see a picture of me, but you get the point. There were photos that. Let me see if I can actually find the point of the video that showed the photos. It was Liz celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Here it is, and on the left, I'm sorry, I said Liz. Her name's Rachel Kirk-Connell. So she might have won. I don't have any spoilers. Please don't comment. But it appears from the Instagram, from the YouTube previews that she's a contender. So she might be in the good graces of the Bachelor community, but they found that there's a photo that she liked. See, it says liked by Rachel Kirk-Connell. I like the name Kirk-Connell, by the way. That's a pretty baller name. That's like a lawyer's name. The law offices of Kirk and Connell. Jacoby and Connell. She liked a photo in front of a Confederate flag. Now, we, of course, know the Confederacy was trying to there was a whole war. I'm not going to get into the history of it all, but for a lot of people, they grew up, whether it's by being revisionist history or whatever, that the Confederate flag was more a symbol of the South and good cooking. And look, I'm from New England. I didn't know anything about the only thing I knew about the Confederate flag was one year for New Year's, we didn't have, I'm sorry, spring break. We didn't have enough money to go on a cruise. Everyone in the fraternity was going on a cruise. They were going to go to the Caribbean and go on a nice cruise for spring break. We didn't have enough money, so we said, you know what? What's the second best thing? We'll go to New Orleans. This is going to show how old I am. I was like, we'll go to New Orleans and we'll help fix all the destruction from Hurricane Katrina. And so we went there, knowing we would help out, but also knowing we were going to have fun and go on Bourbon Street and party. Of course, it was a life-changing event. We got more out of it than we probably put in, just because we spent a week gutting a home and really getting to know people that had lost everything. And it puts it all into context. When I feel bad about my car battery getting stolen, these people lost their home, the Ninth Ward, and this was in God knows what year, 2005 or 6, whenever it was the spring after Hurricane Katrina. So for 6 months, they didn't even have stoplights that were working. So it was horrible. And we ended up spending a week helping this guy gut his home. I mean, you were taking light fixtures out of the ceiling and there was still water in them. Everything was radioactive, which they didn't tell us up front. Everything was just contaminated. And after spending a week helping this guy gut his home, we found out a year later, someone sent me a photo of the parking lot, a whole acre of the homes. They all end up demoing them. So I don't know what happened to the guy, and I don't know what the point of my story was. We drove to New Orleans. It was a 26-hour drive from Rhode Island, and the closer we got to New Orleans, the more Confederate flags we saw in gas stations. And this was a history lesson for me. I'm 19 or 20, whatever it was. And call me ignorant, but Tasha can attest that my school system was not that good. I do not have a great history, but I don't know, folks. So as far as the Confederate flag, I don't defend it. I just understand that people don't necessarily know what it is they're supporting. And the same thing with Cinco de Mayo. I don't defend the reckless behavior. I remember in college, my roommate had the same exact thing. He had the Mexican mustache and the poncho. He was doing the Olays, and I remember him chucking an empty bottle of tequila into the street and shattering it. I mean, real vile stuff. And things you would be so embarrassed about nowadays. I don't have a time-stamped Instagram photo of that incident, but I'm mature enough to know that I wasn't in the sharpest headspace back in those days. And I also know that we weren't racist. You can call us ignorant for sure. So people have asked me if I'm lacking empathy for understanding why people can be upset. It's like, no. I totally can understand why people can be upset, but I can also understand why people didn't know what they were doing was ignorant and hurtful to others. So anyhow, that was a long-winded explanation, Lonnie. She said, I'm going to try to catch up here. I've tried to talk and read at the same time. Miss Liz says, hang tight. He'll get into Bachelor eventually. I don't know. Maybe I will. Katie said, I did in fact come for the first time tonight because I saw Bachelor preview. Katie, where are you from? And what do you want to talk about? We're going to talk about some Bachelor things, but I did have some things I needed to get off my chest. So I appreciate you, Katie. Let's see. You spell it Katie. I think that's the best way to spell Katie, but I do accept other versions of Katie. Katie, is Katie short for Caitlin or a longer name? If so, let me know what your full name is. And is it like a Katie Marie or like some sort of Catholic double name there? Weekend Lanny said, but I get you, Dave. I get what you meant. Just wanted to leave my opinion as a Mexican. Oh, look, hey, Lonnie, you have to leave your opinion, and I respect that. I respect being challenged on everything I'm saying. When it comes to stand-up comedy, you want to write a joke that's bulletproof. You don't want to write a joke so someone in the audience can go, yeah, but so-and-so. You want to think of it as a defense lawyer. And the best at that is Bill Burr. Is he can write a joke. He'll take both sides of the argument. He'll make it airtight. And at the end, you can hate him, but you can go, dude's got a point. And I kind of like to feel that way with my content. And sometimes I come off wrong, and I'll absolutely apologize if I'm like, yeah, I had a bad take on that. But I think for the most part, when it comes to empathy, most of these people are trying to get it right. Most people, don't think they're going to go into politics or The Bachelor and then find out that they're photos they used to like. Not to mention, if you're a lady, you have to like your friend's photos. It's the rule. Your friend posts a photo in front of a Confederate flag. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Katie's from Massachusetts and honestly here for any and all drama. Katie, let's get into it then. What part of Massachusetts are you from? I'm from Rhode Island. We're like neighbors. I had a stand-up bit about everyone who says they're from Boston because no one's actually from Boston. And whenever I meet someone in the audience, I go, where are you from? They go, Boston. And I go, where are you really from? And they go, well, I'm from Concord. But Katie, I bet you're from a nice suburb west of Boston. I'm guessing you're from maybe Newton, Massachusetts. Katie, could I be right? Are you from Newton, Massachusetts? So Katie is short for Catherine. Your name's Catherine and you're not Catholic? That's impressive in coming from Boston. Tough year for our Patriots. Although I tell you what, Saturday night I will be rooting on Tom Brady and his Buccaneers. The 43-year-old god amongst men, Tom Brady, taking a team in his first year to the playoffs after a 13-year playoff drought. Nobody is more of a Tom Brady homer than me. Miss Liz says, I went to Furman and OMG, there were Confederate flags everywhere. Furman, is that a college in Georgia? Tasha, do you know Furman? I don't know if she's listening. I think that's a college in Georgia, correct? I guess I could look it up. Where is Furman? Where is Furman University? Let's see. Oh, Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, that sounds very Confederate. How about this? Like, I don't even want to get into the Confederate issue. But yeah. Oh, did I lose you guys? Oh, hold on. What was that all about? I just lost you for a second there. Oh, I see what's going on. It's playing. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's confusing. What's going on with all this? All right, there we go. We're back to normal. All right, folks. So Catherine from Massachusetts, a masshole in the audience. Thank you so much for stopping by. Crystal, of course, is a... oh, Crystal, you're Dominican? I lived in a part of Harlem, 140th and Broadway, that could be called Hamilton Heights, as in Hamilton the Musical and the President. And in my area of Harlem was highly Dominican, and I've never enjoyed living in a neighborhood as much as a Dominican neighborhood. Let me tell you what happens. Crystal, talk to me about this. Let me know if this is accurate. When you live in a Dominican neighborhood on Friday at 5 p.m., guys will just pop their trunks on the side of the road and blast music. And there's just people dancing and playing dominoes. And I have the utmost respect for that. There's nothing better than walking through your neighborhood and everyone's just grooving. And it's like, what are we celebrating? And it's like, life, bro, life. That's what I'm all here for. Miss Liz says she ended up transferring out. I was not happy there. This Orlando girl did not fit in South Carolina. But isn't Orlando, they always say Florida, like the farther north you go, the more southern it gets. So I guess Orlando is southern Florida. So you don't have like that redneck Tallahassee, Florida vibe. Florida's a weird state, isn't it? We got a call last week from one of our listeners who was pooping apparently. And his words, not mine. And he called in from Florida. But that was for the 10 o'clock West Coast live stream. So it was after 1 a.m. He might have had a little bit of cocaine and had to go or something. But I'm happy to be a company. Beth Ann, I'm a newbie. Hi, I'm Beth. I'm hiding from my boss in my car. Hello, Beth. We love her good. Hiding from my boss. All right, Beth, we're going to need some more context to why you're hiding from your boss. Is your boss your child like Leah? Because she's hiding from all three of her bosses. Leah says, Beth, you get the intro. Say where you are, who you're hiding from. That's how it works. Where are we hiding from? All right, so as far as the we're previewing next week's episode. I guess I'll play this just... This might get me banned. This might get my episode demonetized, but I'm not going to play the audio. But we just have Matt James kissing a lot of people. Isn't he ripped? What is this? Coconut milk? What are they doing there? Is this like a Thai bath? Because I'm all about it. Give me a straw. You know what I'm saying? What's happening here? So he's got some potential. Getting a phone call. Oh, it went. I missed it. If anyone wants to call in, I did not put the number on here. In fact, is this the one that has it? There's the call-in number, 401-213-9828. Can someone type this in the chat just so we have it? I need to find a better way to get this number known because I don't this rundown is from Monday night, so I apologize, but this is the number. Let me ask you guys too, and again, I do apologize. I've got my coffee here, and I am a little bit all over the place. But do you prefer the brick background, or kind of something that's just a nothing? Let me know which one of these you prefer. Michelle, you stayed at Ole Miss. Yeah, look, when it comes, Florida is trash, but I like it somehow. That's actually the Floridian bumper sticker. That's on the license plate. It says Florida's trash, but I like it somehow. Florida man. Anyway, let me know which background you like better. This one, or oh, that's not it. Jeez, this one or this one. Let me know which one works better. This one seems kind of soothing. I can always change the colors too. I can take Matt out of there. Oh, can I? No, maybe I can't. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Let's go back to watching this. I'm all over the place today, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. So, like I said, I'm not gonna play the audio. It's just a bunch of I'm looking for love, but what, we're going, that's a zip line we talked about. I previewed this. This is on the Nemacolin. And if you haven't watched, by the way, again, I know we're getting a little deep divey on the promos here, but if you haven't watched my video previewing Nemacolin, you gotta watch this. I'm gonna get the chat box out of here. Hold on, folks. This is another one of those videos that didn't get many views because it didn't have Bachelor or Colton Underwood. YouTube just decides if I don't say certain words in the first minute, they're not going to show it. But this I gotta skip my own ads. Even I don't watch my ads. So anyway, this video I made, you're not going to see the thumbnails. Shows there's Nemacolin. So anyway, not once during this whole season of The Bachelor. Again, I could be proven wrong so fast, but I'll bet you guys right now, good old college bet here, that not once, as many times as they mention Nemacolin Woodland Resorts, are they going to mention the man Nemacolin, who it's named after. They're not going to do it. He was a Native American. I talked about this in the video, but whenever I hear what's a Native American, I always want to hear the history of it because something went down when a billionaire white chick owns a resort named after a native. But anyway, he helped develop a passage. If you've ever traveled through Pennsylvania, Tasha and I just drove through Pennsylvania this summer. But if you ever drive through Pennsylvania, you'll notice there's a bunch of tunnels to connect from the mountains. I don't know what it's the whatever. I don't know the exact mountain range, whether it's the Appalachian Mountains or if it's called something different. I talk about it in the video. It's all related to the Pangea Mountain. So what you have, again, don't know if this is interesting, but the mountain range, the Appalachian Mountain Range, is actually connected to the Scottish Highlands. I guess I could look this up. Appalachian Mountain Scottish Highland map. Let's see if we can figure this out. So I think this is it right here. So what happened back in the day? Here, we'll go to the Central Pangaean Mountain. Oh, this will do it. This will do it. Can you guys see this? Yeah, let me make it bigger here. It's a history lesson, folks. Katie's tuning in from Massachusetts. She needs to know this. So, all right. So you see the Appalachian Mountains, right? I don't know if you guys don't see my mouse when I hover over it. You got the Appalachian Mountains, but they were ripped apart. And if you look up at the Caledonian Mountains in Scotland, they're actually connected. It's the same mountains. So a lot of people, and again, I don't think no one actively knew this, but when people immigrated or emigrated, never learned that one either. When they immigrated, from Scotland, they actually ended up in the Appalachian areas, and that's why they call them. Hey Tasha, what's the term hillbilly? Do you know the term hillbilly? What does hillbilly mean? It's because they lived in the hills and they supported a president named Bill, but I can't remember which president. It's true. You want to come and talk about it? Tasha, I'm going to play the women screaming. Tasha, hold on. We have a news break, everybody. Tasha just unzipped her pants. I'm playing the women screaming. She can't hear that. Let me tell you something. If there was an Olympic sport for how fast you could undo your bra and unzip your pants when you got through the door, I think we got a Hall of Famer. Are you coming back in? All right, Tasha wasn't planning on coming. Well, if it fits into your schedule, Tasha's schedule is my pants are unzipped. When you're done live streaming, cook us tacos. That's the schedule. But I read that it was because of... Oh, here we go. Okay, I just found it. You ready for this, Tasha? I just found it. I apologize to people if this is too small. Let me see if I can make it bigger for everyone there. Let me see if I can do this here. So put your reading glasses on, guys. The term hillbilly spread in the years following the American Civil War. At the time, the country was developing both technological and social, but the Appalachian region was falling behind. Before the war, Appalachia was not distinctively different. All right, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Hatfields and McCoys, that. Hold on. Oh, here it is. It's so hard to read Wikipedia just because it's, when I'm looking on the screen, it's so small. There's also the belief that most of the settlers from Scotland and Northern Ireland were followers of King William of Orange. Billy is a diminutive of William, common across the British Isles. For the people who settle in America in the hills who were Williamites, are you listening, Tasha? The term hillbilly connects both people who live in the hills and who are supporters of King William of Orange's ideologies. Hillbillies. There you go, folks. Take that one at trivia night. You're done. The more you know. Where's my the more you know button? I think I might have gotten rid of it. Here we go. You guys got that? Good. Anyway, folks, I got to catch up on the comments here. Beth Ann said, heard Dave for the first time Tuesday, laughed my ass off, but got zero work done. I watched vids for hours. LOL. I thought I'd step outside and not let them hear my cackling and know I'm not working. Beth Ann, hey, Tasha, you hear that? Beth Ann watched my videos for hours. I wonder if she had her friend MJ plugged in with her. Get that reference? For anyone who's watching, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take an Instagram story and post it after, so follow my Instagram. But this is what I'm seeing when I talk to Tasha off camera. You'll see on Instagram, if you go watch, that I can't see anything because I have 3 lights coming on. So Tasha's just over there in a void. I can't see anything, and I just can hear her talking. So it's kind of like, I'll post that after. It's kind of like having a sidekick in my late night studio that may or may not be paying attention, and she may or likely may not have her pants on. Miss Liz says, wow, I'm learning new things. We're getting there. Katie said, this is great. Now I can tell my parents The Bachelor is actually contributing to my education. Yeah, Katie, what do you do? What are you doing with life? What do you love? Are you dating anyone? Are you engaged? We met Lisa a few weeks back. Lisa Reed, she's in the comment section. Everyone say hi to Lisa. We met her a few weeks back, and she was on my podcast this week, which is called The Sap, which apparently I have right there. Now, Lisa, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but did you see your ex comment on the YouTube video? I don't mean to horrify you, but your ex commented on the in the description of the YouTube video. He seems well written. Tasha, what did you call him? Tasha was annoyed by the way he spoke. She was like, ugh. I took his side a little bit because you'll see in the video, you can watch the video, the podcast, everyone. But I always like to find a way to take everybody's side. Not necessarily like, even people who do wrong, I'm like, well, he was jealous, but he shouldn't have put a tracking device in a car. But I can understand that the guy, we're talking about Colton now, but if he, loses virginity to a girl he considers a perfect 10, thinks he's going to marry her, yeah, maybe he's going to go a little crazy. Doesn't make it right. Should have had a friend to call. Beth Ann. What does 647 stand for, Beth Ann? So many hays back at y'all. This is a friendly crew. I like it. Much nicer than the baby monkey vid I fell into yesterday for about 2.4 minutes. I couldn't read the comments without crying. Oh, well, yeah, no baby monkeys here. We have an old basset hound that will make you cry for other reasons because he's so adorable. Wait, Lisa says he texted me. We had an argument after LOL. Tasha, Lisa got in an argument after. Do you want to come talk about this part? Tasha's, she's completely naked at this point, folks. She's gone. If anyone can challenge Tasha to an under 3 second, the only time Tasha struggles, she doesn't struggle to get clothes off. She struggles to get them on. What I like to do when I do laundry is I like to do the extra hot cycle, which shrinks her pants a little bit. And then when she has to put her jeans on, she looks like she's doing the Irish jig. She's just got one leg going at a time. And then she does like this little like fish kind of like, you know what I mean? When you gotta. Yesterday, Tasha asked me why I make fun of her so much, and I was like, "It's just," and I do apologize. I cross the line sometimes, but I'm like, it's complete flattery. If I'm teasing somebody, like Leah, a few weeks ago, I looked on your Instagram and I started sort of teasing you, and I promise you, it was just out of flattery. I mean, you posted a beautiful photo of yourself in front of your Christmas tree, and yeah, they say imitation's the highest form of flattery, but I feel like teasing is the highest form of flattery. I don't know. I could be wrong. So yeah, so we've been dealing with some issues over here. So Lisa, do you want to explain what happened? Are you okay? I'll call in and give an update if y'all want. Oh yeah, Lisa, we'd love an update. Tasha, you sure you don't want to be here for Lisa's update? Lisa's about to give an update. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Lisa, before you call, let me just set up the system here. I don't know if I'm hooked onto Bluetooth, but this is fascinating info. We have a Bachelor Nation gossip happening here, and I think we all need to be on board. Are you sure you don't want to be a part of this, Tasha? I'll have to relay it to you afterwards. All right, Lisa, I am connected, so feel free to call. I will turn my ringer on. You have the number. Lisa's ex coming in like Josh Burrell. That's funny. You hear that, Tasha? That's Tasha's ex who went on Reality Steve. How funny if Lisa's ex has to go on Dave's live stream. Yeah, I was surprised he shared his own side of the story because the truth is that we're all going to have breakups where there's two sides. Now, Lisa, of course there's going to be things that you did wrong in the relationship. We probably talked about that. Everyone has missteps and has bitterness they hold on to. You don't have my number? No, just call my cell phone. It's the same. It goes to the same system. You have my cell phone, right? If anyone ever doesn't want to text, you can always, or if anyone doesn't ever want to leave a voicemail, you can always text that number if you have something private you want to tell me. There you go, Oz. That's the number. I don't know, but call my cell if you can, because I don't know if that number, if I can receive phone calls yet. Either way, I'm ready to go. Oz to the rescue. Everyone give it up for Oz. Yeah, you know, the other day Tasha goes, she was like, you need to give Oz more credit. He's the moderator. He's so supportive. And I was like, give Oz credit. He's got his own, oh, that's not it. Sorry. This is Oz's music. Oz has his own music there. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Hold on. Wait, is this her phone number? Hold on 1 second here. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi. Okay, wait, I have to pause your video because now I'm getting like a weird
Yes,
feedback.
just like the radio, you have to at least mute the video. We've got a slight delay. Lisa's calling in from 3 blocks south of us here. Lisa, so for anyone new that's in the chat, you had mentioned a few weeks ago, by the way, shout out Patsy Kenny's in the chat. Hey, Patsy, how are you? A few weeks ago, you were in the comment section saying that you would be interested in being on The Bachelor. And of course, I picked up on that. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be amazing. And then you started talking about your ex. And I was like, all right, we got to get you on the podcast. So then you did the podcast. We had a nice hour-long convo. Your dog probably ate a bowl of cocaine before he came on, just bouncing around. We talked about your ex. You had a breakup during the quarantine. He commented on the video to share his side of the story. Everyone's caught up. Your turn.
Okay, well, I just read his comment because I hadn't seen it.
Very well written, by the way.
Yeah, he prides himself in being a writer. That's one of his favorite things. And basically,
Hold on. We didn't catch that. We lost you there.
Okay. He texted me a couple of days ago, maybe on like Monday or something. I totally implied that he asked me to quit pole dancing, which I don't think I said. I was giving an example of something that I would have done to save the relationship or to try to like see his side of things, or just, you know, something I would have done as the codependent who wouldn't break up with him ever. Is an example. Anyway.
So he called. So I'm sorry. So he called you to let you know what was up as far as the facts from his, you know, like it was specifically because of the YouTube video. And also, how did he know you were on the podcast? Was it because of your social media?
Yeah, I had posted about it on my Instagram story, but he doesn't follow me, so he must have gone to my Instagram to look at it, I guess.
And I do,
or somebody that he knows saw it or something.
I do respect that he wanted to share his side. I just don't get it because I'm not a huge following. No one said his name. So like, I don't understand why he wanted to share his side as far as like his image goes, because it's like,
exactly.
If anything, it'd be
the point of not saying his name.
Yeah. But of course, I mean,
and
you know,
he and I don't have overlap friends. Because, like I said in the podcast, we've never really lived in the same place. So it's like people are watching it who know him, I guess. But yeah, anyway, he wanted to comment about it. And I think that he was hurt. But the weirdest part of it was after that, we had a whole discussion because I was like, you're upsetting me. Like, you broke me. I want to, you know, like, move on. And now you're texting me being upset about something that isn't true. Like, my side of the story is also true. You know, like, I don't mind that he commented. But it's a lot to say that what I was implying with my words was not my own experience of the relationship. And I think I mentioned in the podcast that it was hard for me to talk to him about most of the time, because if I ever came to him with something that I was struggling with in regards to the relationship, he would threaten and say that we should just break up. And like that, it was hard for him to make any kind of concession.
That can be very tough.
So then,
yeah.
Yeah, so I think it just hurt that then he came to me and did the exact same thing that he did in our relationship, which was, in a way, tell us that my feelings didn't matter, that my experience wasn't truthful. Like, he mentioned that I was lying about relationships that I had in this salsa dancing, and I don't think that I was lying. And he's always going to think that I was lying. Like, there isn't a way for us to agree on what happened because we both experienced it in different states over the
Yeah, you know what's tough? I had a bad breakup once, and I had the relationship very short, right? But it had seemed good, and then the breakup it was just like survivalist mode, like who can be more right? And it's like you wish you could end things better, but most things do end that way, where you hold on to the ways you thought you were right, and the bitterness almost calcifies stronger than whatever good you had, and that's too bad. But like, you know, I hope he doesn't feel like you were the brave one to come out and talk to us. He didn't have to respond. He was just, you know, your memory. So I hope he can learn. I hope he can learn whenever we go through breakups, right? It's important to like learn what you did wrong for the next time. 'Cause, you know, like that quote Tasha and I said, you're going to learn your lesson, whether it's through joy or pain, but you're going to learn it. So you might as well figure your lesson out as painlessly as possible. And if you're in denial that you did anything wrong, good luck with the next relationship, you know?
Yeah, and I think it was particularly hard for me because like, he broke up with me and, you know, says like, I want to work on myself and like be alone. And then is coming to me and bringing up like issues from our past. Like, I wasn't trying to make this a conversation with him because he's made it clear he doesn't want to talk to me. And then as soon as I say anything out loud, it's like, it now becomes a discussion again, where I'm made to feel like I am like bothering him. Because then he was texting me, and I was like, well, let's talk about this. I didn't lie on the podcast, and I don't think I said what you think I said. So, like, how can we get through this? And then he was like, I'm trying to work. This is a bad time to talk. And it's just something he always says. I think Miss Liz commented, I'm reading along. She said, did he want Lisa to quit salsa dancing because he didn't like who she was dancing with? So I didn't mention this particularly in the podcast, but he didn't want me to quit salsa dancing. That was something he wanted me to quit.
Right. Well,
he didn't ask me to quit.
Yeah.
But we had problems with it.
Now having listened to the story, I'm sorry to interrupt. Him not wanting you to quit doesn't change the fact that he doesn't approve of it.
Yeah. Yes. I knew that there was problems, and there was one particular person who was in one of my dance classes that caused this problem that I thought just was my friend, and Max thought he was like making advances towards me, and I kind of defended my friend, which I learned in this, like, throughout this relationship, that I should have defended my relationship and worked to make my boyfriend more comfortable rather than defending a person I thought was my friend. Because at the end of the day, when I finally confronted my friend, he admitted that it was never just, he wanted more than a friendship, even though I was very clear that I didn't want more than a friendship. So I think that was where Max thought I was making things up, or I wasn't telling his side of the story.
Very interesting. Now, look, let me tell you something, Lisa. In most cases, men want more than a friendship. In most cases. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't act with the optimism that he wants to be your friends, normal for, like that meme where they go, this is the guy your girlfriend said not to worry about, however that meme goes. But that's what it is like, there's always a guy who your girl says, oh, don't worry about him. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, well, good. I didn't worry about him. And now he's, you're having 3 kids. You live in the Midwest with Leah. You know what I mean? So I understand.
Yeah.
But also, like, my only wish for you is that you stop caring what he thinks. You know your truth. He's obviously not going to change with his point of view. It doesn't matter to anybody else, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he commented at all.
I haven't responded to it, and I wanted to, but I was also on my phone, and I was like, oh, this is going to take a couple paragraphs because, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and he said a few things that it was quite poetic. I mean, he said, the guy can write for sure. He said,
like him. He would appreciate that.
Surely, as people who seem so interested in relationships, you will all understand that the varied interpretations of love, the action, is a knife that twists in the hearts of countless individuals and always has. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That guy could write for a Medium any day of the week. Well, I wish him well, and I wish you well, obviously. But what can you do there? I know everyone in the comments section wants to know now that you're without man, are you firing up the MJ? Do you have is this a common thing that ladies name their vibrators? I don't think Tasha has named her. Tasha, do you have any names for your toys? She goes, no, I'm not some sort of whore. I don't name mine. Lisa, do you name yours?
There's a kind of person that names a lot of things in their life, but not saying one of those people.
Well, whether it's got a name or not, we wish you and it well.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in for the update, and let me know if there's any other things you missed, but call anytime.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Bye, everyone. Lisa. Give it up for Lisa, everybody. There she was. We love it when we hear from all the people in our world. Someone had commented saying, I just got here. What are we talking about? Thank you for filling them in. Miss Liz says, let's find Lisa a new boyfriend. # 2021 goals. Well, I will counter that and say a man would be lucky enough if he can latch down Lisa. # latch down Lisa. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? All right, we got a couple voicemails, I think, so let's play a few voicemails. we're getting ready for Monday's episode. And, of course, thank you guys so much who stuck around late to listen and watch the live streams. I appreciate you guys checking out the live stream. Did anybody get a chance to watch Mansplained, my latest video, Mansplained? I put a link in the comment section, but I appreciate it if anyone, this is just me going to promote that before I get to the next thing. If anyone could, the struggle, as you guys know, when it comes to creating content is that YouTube only recommends when I make Bachelor content, which is fine. It's just what they do. They know people like the Bachelor content. But as I saw from 25 straight days of Vlogmas that performed not great. I know that right now YouTube's just not sharing my stuff. So anyway, I got a video called Mansplaining. It's going to be a whole series. We've got 10 episodes coming out every we hope it to be every Monday. I want it to be Mansplaining Mondays. But let me switch over here to it. And it's there's a 6-minute long video. It's just me and a couple of my boys set up a free advice tent, and we let people come up to the mic, socially distanced, and ask us any questions. And this was Sarah. We met her. She asked us a question about her, she wanted advice on online dating. So, of course, we took her up on that advice. And we actually ended up going through some of her photos on her dating website, which was a lot of fun. And we gave some like a critical mansplaining of what we liked and didn't like about the photos. And spoiler alert, she found a man. So, anyway, that video is on my YouTube, and the more you guys could check that out, the better. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Going to get back into the story. Lisa has one last comment, or more. You can have as many as you want. She says, guys, I'd like to point out the guy who I thought was my friend was the opposite of my type and had nothing going for him that was better than my ex. # not a threat. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, you could be friends with guys and like they could still fall for you, but like it's up to Lisa. It's up to you. You have to find a man who's comfortable knowing that, that trust is at 100%. And that's really hard with long-distance relationships to get that trust at 100%. Of course. All right, so let's get some voicemails here. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. If anyone wants to leave a voicemail, last chance to call. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this later live stream. As you guys know, from the beginning, my day has been a little bit weird. I'm not complaining, but it was a little bit weird. And how about the news yesterday? I can't take my eyes off of this train wreck. So, it's just been incredible that we're living in history right now. So I don't mean to make light of it, talking about nonsense Matt James stuff, but if I can remind everybody this, the point of my video from earlier today, the video that was like, do we care if Matt James is Republican? It's like, look, the easy thing to do is to pick a side and hate everyone on the other side. Yankees suck. I'm a Red Sox fan. All right. I'm a huge New England Patriots fan, but I really like Tom Brady, and he moved to the Buccaneers, and I'm supporting him because I like him as a human. So if we like humans, we need to support them. If Matt James is Republican, fine. Someone left a nice comment, and they were like, oh, yeah, it's less about your political party and more about, do you believe in vaccines? Do you believe in, a women's right to choose in certain issues? And it's like, I can understand, and don't get me wrong, I would still be friends with someone who was doubtful of certain vaccines. You know what I mean? Like, I would still be friends with people that, some people live in a more conspiratorial mindset. As a comics are very much like, let's get to the truth of it. We're always looking to see like where the BS is. So like, I can understand those people that are naturally attracted to QAnon and this and that, but I feel compassion for them. I get right back. I get so pumped up about it because I do feel compassion. Like we Tasha and I both have family that some a minority go off the deep end, and we go, look, if I got 100 relatives that I know, and 1 or 2 of them are just cuckoo, it's like, look, we can still love them, we can still love our neighbors. It's like most people don't mean harm, they're just so misguided. Someone left a comment, I don't remember who it was, but it was brilliant because they said, there was a quiz, there was a survey that was done online that said they took political affiliations out of it and they did a quiz, and it found out most people agree with the progressive values. They just don't know it because they're afraid Venezuela is going to take over and random stuff. Most people don't understand what they're actually for. All right. I digress. Lost all of you or gained a few. Crack an egg to make an omelet. Who's hungry? I keep on looking down for my Google Voice and I can't find it. My apps got reshuffled. I feel so old. Hold on a second, folks. Where did my Google Voice go? Google Voice. There it is. Oh, no, I had it for a second. Hang tight, folks. There it is. All right, play a couple voicemails. How's Rhode Island over there, Patsy? Holding it down over there in the old Providence plantation? Any last questions? I know we didn't do a great job of previewing the next episode, but, there'll be some surprise guests. We haven't got to meet anybody yet, so it's going to be kind of all over the place. I think we only have one voicemail from the sergeant himself, Mr. Sheriff Oz. Let me make sure I got the... I got to make sure I got Oz's sound set up. We like to play Oz's sound. All right. Here's our voicemail from Oz. Oh, hold on. I messed it up. Need a producer. Here's Oz's voicemail.
What's up, Bachelor Nation? It's Oz. I just want to say that Nima Semicolon Resort looks like a resort from the Swiss Alps. It's really, really amazing, and I really hope that this season can live up to the luxurious resort. And have a good one, everyone. Okay, bye.
I have a lot of respect for how quickly I love Canadian humor. I want to play this one more time. How quickly you called it semicolon. Hold on.
What's up, Bachelor Nation? It's Oz. I just want to say that Nima Semicolon Resort looks like a resort from the...
Nima semicolon, Sheriff Oz. It looks like a good resort. I got nothing against the resort. My biggest question that I still have with this resort is, why is it there? What does it have to do with anything? And someone commented that knew Pennsylvania and said that a lot of the elites whatever, the first billionaires, I'm butchering it, but a lot of the elites lived in like Pittsburgh suburbs because they all worked in steel, and the owner of Nima Semicolon over there is a billionaire whose dad became a billionaire as a lumber baron or whatever you would call them, a woodchucker. Which of course I always said, like, look, it's like how Nestle, over here in California, they have some weird deal where they lease 1,000 acres of land for like $1, and they get to just take all the water they want, package it up, and sell it. I don't know the exact facts, but all I know, Tasha and I, we talk about this all the time. If you're a billionaire in this country, you're probably doing something to run over a lot of people. Prove me wrong, Zuckerberg, Bezos, you know what I mean? The Walton family. Prove me wrong. Because we all know, and this is, again, we're talking about progressive things, folks, because this is it. But you realize most people that work at Walmart have to get government subsidied, like, food stamps. They don't make enough money at the job that makes the Walton family billion. I mean, I'm losing it. Are we okay with this, folks? We'll find out in the next 2 years what we can do, because that's what we have. We got about 18 months and change to see what happens. But I'll tell you what. Here's what I say. Whatever money you made in 2020, whatever money you made during what's considered the pandemic, so 2020 going into 2021, that is above what you and your stockholders thought you would have made, that money needs to be taxed at a marginally high rate, like 50%. So let's say you're a company that makes $2 billion, right? You make $2 billion a year. We're talking profit. You make $2 billion a year in profit. But because of the pandemic, everyone had to shop at your store for essentials. Because of that, you now made $3 billion in profit. Again, everyone else got paid, so we're talking profit here. You should be taxed at that upper level more for all of the companies that were decimated this year. For every burger joint that was shut down so a McDonald's could open, whatever that extra money is, marginal tax rate means you're taxed only above that. So I'm not saying tax people that don't deserve it. That's my platform. I'm sticking with it. Who's with me? Bachelor Nation Governor. I actually had an idea. I got to get out of here in 5 minutes, guys. We have 5 minutes. I had an idea. I promised Tasha we were running late. I'm going to go make her some tacos and take care of her. I had an idea that we should try to nominate a... we called it student council, I should create student council for Bachelor Nation. So that means a treasurer, president, and I'm talking like getting real, getting people that are involved in Bachelor Nation on this. I don't want any position in it. I just want to organize it. So like, who would be Bachelor president, right? Would it be, I feel like Nick Viall has to have he's kind of, he's he needs to be like a treasurer secretary, he needs to be in a position that's like, maybe the secretary. Maybe Nick Viall is the secretary. Just because he kind of knows everybody. He's always kind of talking to everyone. I don't know. Patsy said, plantation has been removed from this small but mighty state. All as well as can be. They actually removed the plantation line. As we all know, Rhode Island is the smallest state. My home state is the smallest state, but the longest titled name. The official name for Rhode Island has always been Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. And several times over the years, they've tried to get rid of Providence Plantations from the title, as it's a little racy. It's a little slavey. To call something plantations. If they don't farm plantains, that's not why it's But anyway, Rhode Island like shot that down like 80% for years. So I'm surprised to see that Rhode Island actually got rid of Providence Plantations. Here's to everyone who doesn't care. Catching up on the comments, Leah says, Liz, next time leave a voicemail. You can do it. No pressure, but really it's so much fun. Leave a voicemail, guys. I mean, come on. I love listening to you guys ask questions. Diane said, shop local small business. Yeah, no, absolutely. The problem is like, Tasha and I, we've been to Walmart more during the pandemic than we've ever been in our lives. I mean, where are we going to go? And again, it's different in every state. Some people might be able, but like here in Los Angeles, there aren't small businesses to go to. We're in a tough spot, guys, and we're trying to stay as healthy as possible right now, but it's a gosh darn war zone. 4,100 people died yesterday. Stay safe, guys. It is the smallest state in the union. It is small. The Rhode Island is smaller than Los Angeles as far as square footage goes. It's 40 square miles. All right, I'm at 5:56. Oh, I just hit an hour, so I got to get out of here, guys. I didn't know it was removed. Good to know, Patsy. We got to catch up on life. You'll be Queen Victoria. Isabel is Queen Victoria. There you go. Queen Victoria. Be careful we don't dethrone you. Maybe you want to be dethroned. Some people want to be dethroned. They like a little bit of rough love. Diane's the dairy state. Whoa, what are you, Wisconsin, Diane? What's the dairy state? I'm guessing it's Wisconsin, right? With the cheese. Michelle loved the geography lesson. Yeah, I don't know if you showed up late, guys, but we learned about the Pangea. We studied the Pangea today. It looks like I got rid of it. Everyone go give Lisa a follow. Lisa poured her soul out to us. Oh, wrong one. Lisa poured her soul out to us in the podcast. So if you haven't yet, definitely check out the podcast. I don't know. Oh, here it is. And you can see Lisa's ex commented to defend himself. So watch the podcast first. It was on the roof. We have a 3-camera socially distanced setup there on the roof. Oh, look at that. Already got an advertisement. And then, of course, don't forget that the Scottish Highlands are related to the Appalachian Mountains, which is why the Appalachians are called hillbillies, because they supported King William of Orange or some random stuff I already forgot. And, of course, the Scots like to make Scottish whiskey, and over here they make bourbon. A little bit of both, folks. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the new subscribers. We are at, as far as last count, we're at 7,777 subscribers. I think that's good luck, right? I think that's something lucky. I'm going to check them right now and see if we're still at that number. 7,700. Oh, we're at 7,780. Show you guys. Here's a sneak peek at how last month was. So in the last 28 days, we had 714 new subscribers, 164,000 watch minutes, and this is close to a record, 1.3 million watch minutes. 164,000 views, 1.3 million watch minutes, and made $1,983 in the last 28 days. That was obviously because December, they pay a little bit more. Companies are very competitive with their ad spending, so they pay a little bit more. January, not looking so good. We're working really hard. But yeah, Rachel, it's January 7th. Yeah, but this was the last 28 days, so this was last month. What kind of tacos are you going to make? I bought this beef that's like shaved beef, and it's kind of got like a carne asada sort of mix. It's like kind of pre-made. I'm just going to throw it in the pot. We're trying to eat a little healthier. You know, your boy's been eating a bunch of sweets, and we got some fresh cilantro, and I'm probably gonna make like a taco with the salad. You know. Thanks, Fidel. Appreciate it. Yeah, have a good night, Michelle. Everyone have a good one. And I'm trying to play a tune to get out of here, but I think I was playing a YouTube there. So play a tune, get out of here. And again, I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for sticking around and waiting a little bit longer for today's episode. I do apologize for that. Please subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram. I try to get all my updates on Instagram. It's kind of hard to get my updates out on YouTube. So I'll be posting behind the scenes stuff on Instagram. Follow me over there. We'll stay in touch. And again, the next live stream, excuse me, got a burp coming. Got a little Starbucks burp there. Stomach acid, gone. The next live stream will be Monday night, West Coast time. If you're not around and it's too late for a 10 p.m. Monday night live stream, I totally understand. Just come hang out with us the next day. And then I got a bunch of other content. I'm going to be trying to make as much random content as possible. Random in a good way. I'm not trying to half-ass you. I've just got trying to do some different things here. Yeah, Patsy said Walmart became a place to roam around during the pandemic. The funny thing is our Walmart has some of the best vegan options. It's a giant Walmart, so they're able to carry more packages. So they have all these, and we hate that that's where we got to go to get it, but it's hard to get some of these like diet cheeses. And anyway, I digress. But I want to thank you guys so much, and I'll stick around for a minute just to read some comments if I missed anything. But again, I appreciate you all. Thanks for making the day a little bit better after my car theft. Car wasn't stolen if you missed it. It was just a car battery. But still, a little bit of a buzzkill, if you know what I mean. All right, well, that's it from me, folks. You guys have been fantastic, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Well, I love me some numerology. Angel number 7780 is a message of encouragement and congratulations from the divine realm for the far that you have for the far that you have come in life. Share your blessings and be proud of you for all your efforts. Hey, thank you. I love numbers. Encouragement and congratulations. That's literally all I need in life. Encourage me and congratulate me. You'll do good. You did good. Bye, Diane. Thanks for hanging out. See you later, Sheriff. Thanks for holding down the fort. We're grooving. Yeah, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. If I won the lottery, if I had $1 million... I'd be sort of wealthy, but not that much. If I won the lottery, I would have a YouTube empire. You would be so sick of me. Bye, Lisa. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you putting yourself out there.